We heard a question to Secretary Mnuchin about the issue of whether it's going to be as up and running as he's promising. What is the holdup between some banks and the government here? Why are some banks not going to process these applications tomorrow, like Chase?
So as Secretary Mnuchin was speaking, we should actually fact check him on a few things. He said this thing is up and running tomorrow. You can call any FDIC bank. That's absolutely not true. You are only allowed to apply for this loan from your existing bank, from someone you have a relationship with. I know they're making this sound very, very cut and dry and clear, but the banking industry is one of the most highly regulated industries there are. There are huge anti-money laundering and know your customer issues. And that is one of the reasons thousands of smaller FDI-insured banks have already announced today. And moments before Secretary Mnuchin started speaking, J.P. Morgan Chase put out an announcement, said most likely they cannot accept applications. It's not because they don't want to. Let's make it clear. Congress, the president, Steve Mnuchin, all of these banks want to help the American people. The administration, the SBA, and the Treasury Department has not gotten the framework, the actual rules that these banks need to understand to accept the applications. Thus far, are you ready for this? I spoke to the head of one of these business banks and said they have put together what their solution is for this based on a guess. They are guessing what the actual requirements around this are going to be. And you better bet your bottom dollar, with $350 billion to go around that are going to be forgivable, and Steve Mnuchin standing there saying, everybody call a bank, there is going to be huge fraud out there. There are going to be people applying for this who absolutely shouldn't be. And they're standing there saying, everybody get on the website, when you've got one of the largest banks in the world, Chase, putting out a statement saying, we want to help, we just can't do it. Most likely.
So quickly, Stephanie, if somebody who owns a small business here, catering company, something like that, a lawn care service, and they've been trying to figure out if this doesn't work for them tomorrow and Chase is their bank, do they give up, or what should they do?
No. Absolutely don't give up. You have to have some patience here. Realize this. Last year, the SBA had 3,000 employees. They did 58,000 loans. That's $28 billion. In the last week, the government has decided to take unprecedented measures, bravo to them, to put together a $350 billion loan program. It's going to take time. So I realize it is such a stressful, anxious time. People shouldn't give up if they believe that they're eligible for this. But it's really rough to watch the White House say, checks are coming, here we go, when for many of the largest banks, they want to help, and they just don't have the tools to do it yet. But people shouldn't give up. Well,
it's a good reality check. Look, these government checks will come, but it's probably going to take a little bit longer, perhaps, than the promises that are being made right now. Stephanie Ruhle, thank you. We figured we'd bring you that clarification from part one of the briefing. Now we're going to take you back to the president for part two.
New York, on top of the